Hey Spartans, this is Principal Hennig. Just want to welcome you back to the start of the 2021 school year. And I just want to let you know how excited I am to get school started. I know the last 6 months have been extremely challenging, but I'm excited for some consistency and some routines when it comes to school, and I hope you are too. I know that you've probably taken a look at our schedule of what distance learning, what remote learning is going to look like this year. And the purpose of this little video is to provide some more context, to provide some more detail to you about what exactly is happening during the week. Because I'm going to be honest. Sorry, there's an announcement over the intercom right now, so I'm waiting for that to get done. But the teaching and learning in the spring, I think a lot of educational experts has referred to that as crisis teaching, is that no one really knew what remote teaching and learning were about, and we were just kind of treading water because that was the first experience that most of us have had in education with full remote teaching. But from last spring, we listened to students, we listened to families, we listened to teachers, and got a lot of feedback. Me personally, as well as the district. And the district has created a new schedule for this year. And that schedule has a much different feel than the remote teaching and learning from the spring. And just to highlight some real obvious changes, there's number one is we have a set schedule with periods, and those are set at different times of the day. And there is an expectation that there is going to be live attendance taken during those class periods. Teachers will be teaching live, and they'll be working on essential learning standards and teaching those during the class. Teachers will also facilitate small group and whole group discussions. Like I said, teachers will be taking attendance. Time will be built into the weekly schedule for you to have opportunities to ask teachers questions. There will be time built into the weekly schedule to offer academic interventions for students and provide students with some extra support and resources that they need to be successful. And there's also time built into the weekly schedule for social and emotional lessons because we want students to stay connected to our school and to the people around them. So the schedule this year has a much different look and a much different feel. And in a second here, I'm going to turn the video over to our fabulous assistant principals, and they're going to walk through some specific components of our schedule, and like I said, give you a little more detail, give you a little more understanding of what to expect during those segments of the weekly schedule. So I'm going to turn it over to them. I'll come back at the end and just wish everybody good luck as we enter into our 2021 school year. I'm super excited. I hope you are too, and we'll see you soon.
Hi Spartans, this is Miss Barron. I'm here to give you a little bit of information about some of the things that you can expect this year. Guess what? You have a new schedule. I know, surprise! The good news is you aren't going to have to remember where to go every day, and chances are you're probably going to be in the same place most of the time. This is what your bell schedule looks like. It's a little bit different than what you had last year, but I am confident that you can roll with this one. If you want to have your own copy of the bell schedule, go ahead and look at our website, look for the tab that says bell schedules, and you can print your own copy from there. This year, you're going to have a new learning platform. We know that it was frustrating sometimes to have a lot of different places to look for information, and so we're going to be using one platform from all of your classes. It's called Canvas. The place for you to go to find Canvas is also on our website. There's a login button there. When you log in, your username is going to be the same one that you've used before to log into computers at school. It's usually the first 4 letters of your last name and the first 3 letters of your first name and the last 2 numbers of your graduation year. I know, that's a lot to remember. So, for example, if my name was John Smith, it's definitely not John Smith. But if it was, and I graduated in 2022, my username would be SMITJOH 22. Your password is going to be the 7-digit ID number, your student ID number, followed by ISD in capital letters. We would love it if you would log into Canvas over the weekend just to try it out and see how it works. You should be able to see what that experience is like, but your classes are not going to be on your student dashboard until the first day of school. We are really excited about the start of the school year, and we can't wait to see all your faces every day. We wish that we were seeing you in person, but we will be happy to see you virtually, even though it's a little bit different than what you're accustomed to. That means we're taking attendance. I know that that might be a little bit of a strange adjustment for some of you compared to the spring, but we want you to know that we're taking attendance every single period. And if you're having trouble logging in, we want you to reach out for help. The very first thing for you to do if you're stuck with your login is to go to Canvas Help at isfnd.org. And if you still are having a problem with that login, the other thing you can do is reach out to our school librarian. She can reset logins for Canvas because it's really important to us to make sure that you get the information you need. The other thing you can do at any time is reach out to any of your assistant principals or your counselor for help. We're here for you.
Hey Spartans, Mr. Phelan here. I wanted to talk to you about a section on the new class schedule that you'll see called Social Emotional Learning. And we call that SEL for short, and you'll see on your student access that you have a class called Social Emotional. It's a teacher that you don't have for any of your other classes, but it'll be preloaded into Canvas for you. And it's a time when we can talk about the 6 skills that are listed here on the screen. Self-awareness, self-management, self-efficacy, social awareness, social management, and social engagement. And essentially, these are skills that help you organize your schoolwork, think about how to manage emotions during a stressful time, which I know we're all experiencing right now. And it's a way for us to create some community around Skyline that maybe we couldn't create in a remote learning environment in the spring, but we're trying to keep that Skyline spirit going here in remote learning as we start a new school year. Attendance will be taken during this time, and it's going from 9:45 to 10:15 a.m., and we really look forward to seeing you there.
In looking at your schedule, you may have noticed something called student support. This is not an actual class, but a time for you to get additional help. It's a time for you to email your teachers, for teachers to reach out to you individually to make sure you're doing okay, and to have some meetings for students that need additional services. We have student support on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 3 to 3:30, and then on Wednesdays from 10:15 to 12:20. If you're unsure of how to connect with your teacher, definitely go on their Canvas site, check their syllabus, you should see their email, and reach out.
Flex time is a time that takes place on Friday afternoons from 1:25 to 2:50. Flex time is a dedicated academic support time for students. This is time that students can attend academic support sessions hosted live by staff members. This time is for things like reteaching, things like small group instruction or discussions, opportunities for retakes, test review for assessments coming up, or simply open office hours where our staff members will be available live to answer questions directly from students. Some key differences this year is that flex time is not a required time. This is a time that students only need to attend if they want to, if they need to, or if they're asked to by a staff member. Staff members do have the ability to email students and request them to come to this time for additional support, but it's not a required time for students to come to every week. This is really a flexible time for students to get the support they need when they need it in a live, direct manner from the staff members. You can schedule this time directly with your teachers, and they'll also have live access videos on their websites for this flex time every Friday from 1:25 to 2:50. Hey Spartans, Mr. Bucher to close things out here for Mr. Hennig. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. We really hope it was helpful in preparing you for the 2020-2021 school year. As always, if you have any remaining questions or if there's anything any of us can do to support you, please don't hesitate to reach out. We hope that you have a great start to the school year, and we cannot wait to digitally see all of your faces as the year gets going. Thank you so much.